Wow, what a week it has been for Bambu Lab. I was extremely surprised by the X2D pricing. $849 for the combo unit for the X2D is wild. I had put out a video recently with predictions, and I really predicted, I was thinking this was a $1,000 printer, approximately, maybe with the combo unit, maybe 1,100. I would never have expected in my life to have this printer come out at this price point. This is only $100 more than the P2S. Now, put that into perspective. I mean, analyze. You have the P2S as a printer in Bambu Lab's lineup, and this new X2D, aside from just the dual nozzle thing, which again, the second nozzle is like an auxiliary nozzle. It's not really a direct drive nozzle. It's got the Bowden extruder attached to it. I wouldn't even consider that like a dual nozzle printer that's going to be necessarily used in that capacity to print 2 colors, 3 colors, and swap them out. It's really meant for support material, in my opinion, which is, don't get me wrong, fantastic. I mean, if you're printing a PLA piece or a PETG piece and you want to have some supports that are going to be easy to remove and are going to really support this print exceptionally well, it makes sense to use another material that doesn't stick well to your primary material as your support material. And this dual nozzle system is perfect for that because you don't have to go through the same nozzle, which means you're not stuck purging all this other material out at every swap, which is going to affect your print quality significantly. But aside from that, just ignoring that as the main benefit of this, ignoring that and going with just the other things we've seen that the X2D does better than the P2S. You have a chamber heater that you don't have in the P2S. So that lets you print some engineering materials and really expand into other types of products and materials that without that are going to be difficult to print. You have the improved belts. The 2mm pitch belts in the P2S are documented for having vertical fine artifacts, or VFAs, that affect especially tall prints and smooth surfaces. You might see these little like pattern lines that line up or match the pitch of the belt being 2mm. The X2D has 1.5mm belts, and that is going to significantly reduce these VFAs. That is an upgrade. That is a significant upgrade, I think, for maximum quality. And that's barely being talked about, but I think that is almost better than a dual nozzle system. Aside from that, you also have a filter system on the outside to capture some of that particulate that's going to be created when you're printing from escaping out into the room. So you're gonna have cleaner air in your environment. And all of this is $100 more. Where does it leave the P2S? I mean, realistically, why would anyone pick that up? It just seems like a no-brainer. It's $100 difference, $749 with the combo unit versus $849 with a combo unit. I can't think of a single reason you'd go with the P2S over the X2D. Granted, you may not need that second nozzle. You still have the other benefits, and for $100, again, a no-brainer. Why would you not do that? So I really feel like Bambu Lab just kind of cannibalized their P2S. And I think we have one company to thank for that, and it isn't Bambu Lab. I think Snapmaker really made this happen. Now, the Snapmaker U1, a compelling product for tool head changer. At the price it's at, it's really a unique product in the market that doesn't have a lot of competition, or any competition really, at that price point. I think Bambu Lab saw the X2D, saw the Snapmaker U1 and said, if this is gonna compete with that, we gotta get really aggressive with pricing, even at the expense of cannibalizing the P2S line. I think the Snapmaker U1 has, in more than one way, really pushed Bambu Lab's buttons. Now, that's not a bad thing. As you, a consumer, me as a consumer, we are benefiting, in my opinion, from having competition. If Snapmaker U1 didn't exist, I don't know that this printer, the X2D, comes in at $849. I honestly think this is $1,000 every day of the week because you're pricing it between the P2S and the H2S, and you don't want to cannibalize either one of those lines. I think the X2D at this price point makes sense. I think the X2D at 1,000 or 1,100 does not, because of the existence of the U1. That's what I'm saying. I think the cannibalization of the P2S line would not have happened had Snapmaker not put out a U1. I personally think that Bambu Lab has a better edge on tech and a better edge on just software and UI and cleanliness as far as the user interface and quality of life features. And there's obviously the argument that the U1 from Snapmaker isn't enclosed, right? It's larger, but it's not enclosed. So there's some caveats here. It's not apples to oranges. It never will be. But I do think that if you're not looking for a 4-tool head changer, you want something just a little bit extra, and you want to stay with Bambu Lab, the X2D at this price is compelling. That's all I'm saying. So with that said, I just wanted to put this video up because, again, I put out a video a week ago saying I was expecting 1,100, and I was flabbergasted that that was not the price this came out at. They have shocked me with this price, and I am shocked that they are willing to put the P2S on the butcher block and just take an axe to it in order to ensure that they can capture or reach some of those U1 buyers, in my opinion. But with that said, what are your thoughts? Is the X2D at this price compelling enough to sway you from the U1? Is the P2S even worth keeping around? Should Bambu Lab just remove it? I mean, at that point, is the X2D just better in every way? Why would you have that item in your lineup? So what are your thoughts? Which printer would you pick up? What do you think would be the way for Bambu Lab to move forward at this point? Should they go to a 4-tool head changer? I think that would be compelling. You think it's maybe the right move for them, or do they not abandon their AMS system? I want to know your thoughts on this topic because, again, I think X2D is shaking the industry more than I anticipated, mainly because there's a lot of upgrades that just eat the P2S alive. And it's incredible to see it at that price point. I was not expecting that. Anyways, drop a like, drop a subscribe. Thank you for checking out the content. I am going to have an affiliate link in the description below. If you do plan on picking up an X2D, if you felt like this was the video that just pushed me over the edge, I'm going to buy it. You're right. I was going to get the P2S, but screw that. That's garbage. I'm going to get the X2D. It's way better in every way. For $100, no brainer. Then please use the affiliate link. It does help out the channel. It doesn't cost you anything, but it gives us an extra little bit of income to keep the channel going, and we appreciate that every single day. So again, thank you for being here. I hope this was useful. Drop a like, drop a subscribe, appease the YouTube algorithm gods for us. I would appreciate that. And as always, keep on printing, and we'll see you on the next one. Take care.